Now we're going to look at temperature and density. We're going to look at warm water versus cold water from the refrigerator versus frozen water from the freezer. So we're going to start with warm water from the tap. And one thing I've learned is that our water tends to have a lot of dissolved air in it. So there's lots of air bubbles. I'm pouring in water from the tap. And since we are in science class, we want to remember we're using Celsius and we're using things like millimeters and centimeters. So we're using the metric system. And that's widely used throughout the world in the sciences. Spilled a little, we'll clean that up. Okay, so this is warm water, relatively warm water, probably a little bit below body temperature. And I'm just giving it a minute to sort of settle so that we can get the correct temperature. So you notice this thermometer is in Celsius. It's still rising, so I'm going to give it a minute. Okay. See this. I'm not sure if you can. This is at 35 degrees Celsius. About 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, now I'm going to add 10 milliliters of red water. Move the video over here for a second. Here's our red water. I'm going to use a pipette mitt to transfer red water to our warm water. The red water is from the refrigerator. You want to look for where the red water is going. Remember, the more dense something is, the more it's going to be attracted by gravity. I'm going to go get a blue ice cube while you stare at that. Okay, so we've had warm water, cold water, and now super cold water, frozen water. Take this ice cube, set it on the water. First thing you'll notice is frozen water floats. Now watch the blue to see where the coldest water of the day goes. You'll see the blue water, the coldest water, displacing the red water. The frozen water, the ice cube, is still floating on the surface of the warm liquid water. See a clear zone up here, which is still relatively clear, warmer water. And you can see the streams of melting blue water coming down, going down, 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 down to the bottom of the beaker. And our ice cube is almost completely melted. You see the last bits of ice water streaming down, a little bit of blue solid up at the top. Still a clear zone here a little bit where the warmer water is. And I want you to think about, again, how temperature relates to density.
Okay, just a recap of what the temperatures were so you have that in writing. We have a picture on the left of midway through the experiment. Our warm water that we got from the sink or our tap water at the beginning was about 35 degrees Celsius. Our red water or cold red water was 4 degrees Celsius. Our blue ice was 0 degrees Celsius. And the blue water, the melt from the ice or ice water, is somewhere between 0 degrees and 4 degrees Celsius. So take that into account as you think about the relationship between temperature and density. And use your textbook, use your notes, see if you can figure out what's going on here.